I see that Meech Home concert got the streets talking. The biggest Meech Home, the streets back. That's what I'm talking about. That's how real niggas come home and get it down.
Yes, Charleston White is correct. I'm a rapper, not a dealer. Be sure to catch my new show, 50 Cent, 50 Ways to Catch a Couple.
50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You ready? I will buy your masters.
50 Cent is clowning hard right now, and Big Meech is catching heat after word got out that Rick Ross allegedly scammed him out of a jaw-dropping $120 million deal. Ross was talking big, bragging about blockbuster movies, major projects, and building an empire. But when it came time to deliver, Meech got played. Nothing came through. No money, no projects, just empty promises. Now Meech is left looking broke while 50 turns his name into a global punchline. It has gotten so wild that fans are saying the only way this beef ends is if Meech steps into the ring and throws hands with 50 himself. Can you imagine that showdown? Let's rewind and break down how this whole mess began.
So look, I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film. Which director? Shout out to my homie, F. Gary Gray, Antoine Foucault, what's up? Tarantino, it's a lot of legends. This is gonna be big, I can feel it.
After Big Meech left the streets behind, he thought his comeback was set in stone. Big bags, Hollywood deals, and finally having his story told the right way. That's when Rick Ross stepped in, flashing money and talking slick about a so-called $120 million film empire. He promised movies, blockbusters, and deals that sounded like they would rewrite history. On paper, it looked like Meech was finally about to cash in on his legendary name. But the ugly truth? Ross never delivered a single thing. Instead, he used Meech's legacy as a cheap prop, flexing in his endless war with 50 Cent. Meanwhile, 50 backed up his talk, putting real money into the BMF show, paying for Lil Meech's acting classes, and giving him a legitimate platform to shine on screen. Ross? Nothing but empty promises and free publicity off Meech's name. The difference couldn't be clearer. One man was building, the other was bluffing. And it's not just 50 saying he carried the weight. People inside Meech's own circle are backing it up. Now, word on the street is that Big Meech is heated, broke, and finally realizing that Ross only latched on to get under 50's skin. That's the real humiliation. Instead of leveling up like he planned, Meech is stuck looking like a pawn in someone else's war. But here's the kicker. The broken promises were just the warm-up. The real chaos started when Meech's own son got caught on camera hanging out with Ross at the club. Picture this. Only days after leaked texts allegedly showed Lil Meech saying, "F Ross," suddenly he's shoulder to shoulder with him in the club. How does that even add up? The footage spread like wildfire. Cameras flashing, red lights glowing, Ross and Lil Meech whispering, posing, and smiling for pics like nothing ever happened. Fans lost their minds, questioning loyalty, calling it staged, and wondering if Lil Meech was playing both sides. And of course, 50 Cent couldn't let it slide. He jumped online instantly, throwing shade like only 50 can. His joke? Ross supposedly told Lil Meech to give up his dad's address so he could send some free Wingstop wings. Imagine that. 50 turning messy family drama into a fast food punchline for the world to laugh at. Savage. But the Wingstop joke wasn't random. It was a warning. Ross isn't feeding Meech opportunities, he's tossing scraps. And if you thought that was harsh, wait until you hear the bomb 50 dropped about Lil Meech behind the scenes. Out of nowhere, he posted and then deleted a claim that he personally had to send Lil Meech to rehab. According to 50, Meech was showing up on set completely lit, barely able to function.
Okay, you understand that?
Can I call my mom or somebody?
We'll do that after.
Okay.
All right, just turn around for me, be cooperative. Everything just video and audio surveillance. Plus, I'm on body cam. You understand that? Okay.
50 even said that during a weapons test, Lil Meech couldn't hold it together and ended up throwing up on the spot. To make it even wilder, they allegedly found whippets in his truck. 50 admitted he didn't even know what whippets were until then. He had to Google it himself. He painted the picture of stepping up as the responsible big brother, keeping Lil Meech on track while his own father was supposedly hyping up those same reckless habits. And if that wasn't enough proof of chaos, let's not forget Lil Meech even got arrested at an airport. Seriously? How many red flags do you need before it's clear something's going off the rails? So when 50 shared that story, people were shook. The conversation flipped instantly, no longer just seeing him as trolling.
Do I feel bad for Lil Meech? I don't feel bad for no grown man on this planet. Like, I'm a grown man. Why the f I gotta feel bad for another grown man? Like, you a grown man too. Get what you asking for my sympathy for. You be alright.
Fans started asking if 50 actually saved Lil Meech's career before it even collapsed. And if 50 really kept Lil Meech from spiraling, then why is Meech siding with Rick Ross now of all people? That's when the drama escalated even further. Michael Rainey Jr., best known as Tariq from Power, jumped on live and did not hold back. A fan asked him directly if he felt bad for Lil Meech. Instead of sugarcoating or staying neutral, Rainey went full savage, giving his unfiltered take straight to the camera. That clip spread like wildfire. Reposts, shares, blogs, everyone talking. And of course, 50 Cent couldn't resist jumping in.
February 13th, the Big Meech benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic. Too many names to list, but let me salute some of the legends. Lil Baby, Boss Man D-Lo, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Ricky Rose. Now, this the first time it's ever been done. Me performing BMF with the icon himself. This shit gonna be special. Epic. Get your tickets right now. I'm back.
He instantly reposted it on his own page with one of his classic laughing captions, making it clear he was 100% backing his power star. It was 50, doubling down on the narrative that Lil Meech was soft, ungrateful, and losing respect from the entire G-Unit and Power family. The timing was brutal for Lil Meech. Doors looked like they were closing fast, and industry heat was slipping through his fingers. But here's what people often forget. This tension didn't come out of nowhere. It had been building since Big Meech's so-called Welcome Home concert flopped. The streets were expecting an epic night, rap heavyweights, fireworks, history in the making. Instead of partnering with 50, the man who turned his life into a TV empire, Meech leaned on Rick Ross. That move backfired instantly. The concert never even happened. For 50, that was the last straw. He straight up accused Meech of cutting deals with the feds and took the beef to the internet with non-stop shots, meme after meme. Suddenly, the same fans who once crowned Meech a street legend were questioning everything about his name and his alliance with Ross. That was gasoline on the flames.
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me.
It made Meech look like he sold out loyalty just to chase clout. 50 pushed that narrative so hard online that people started treating it like gospel. What should have been Meech's epic comeback moment turned into a point where fans stopped riding for him. That's when Meech finally snapped. He clapped back hard, dropping a throwback pic of himself with 50, but this time he slapped a giant rat emoji right across 50's face.
You took a picture with Rick Ross. Put your back against the wall and just slide down.
No guessing games, no subliminals. Meech straight up called 50 a snitch. And he didn't stop there. He doubled down, branding 50 an internet gangster, claiming all he does is troll from behind a screen while hiding from real smoke. Of course, Rick Ross couldn't resist piling on. He jumped in, mocking 50 for being salty about their so-called link-up. Fans saw it as a tag team move. Ross and Meech side by side, poking the bear just to get under 50's skin. Ross made sure everyone knew he was riding with Meech, laughing right in 50's face. Here's the wild twist. Fans couldn't ignore the irony. 50 Cent was the one cutting real checks, giving Lil Meech acting classes, a platform, and TV shine, while Ross only offered photo ops and flashy club moments. Yet Meech looked way more eager to side with Ross. That confusion sparked the next bombshell rumor. Meech might actually be ready to square up and fight 50 for real after the rat emoji post and Ross's non-stop trolling. And trust me, this saga is far from over. The internet went crazy when whispers of a boxing match between 50 Cent and Big Meech started circulating. Some hyped it as the ultimate showdown, a battle for the ages. Others thought it was downright sad, saying Meech had been reduced to clout chasing and celebrity boxing just to stay relevant. Then came the twist. Meech added fuel to the fire. When asked if he'd ever throw hands, he hinted he might lace up if it came down to it, even if half joking. The clip went viral overnight. Timelines, podcasts, gossip shows, all debating if this fight could actually happen. But the real explosion came when Whack 100 stepped in with his own theory, shaking the situation. According to him, this drama isn't just about loyalty or rap beef, it's about deep secrets. Whack 100 claimed that Meech's own confidant, Tammy Cowan, once told 50 that Meech had secretly conspired with federal authorities on other street cases. If that's true, then a boxing match is the least of his problems. That claim hit hard because it suggested Meech might not have been as loyal to the streets as everyone believed. Here's the kicker. Whack said that's exactly where 50's snitch narrative comes from. He didn't stop there. He hinted that Tammy had her own reasons for flipping on Meech. Some insiders say she felt abandoned after he got locked up. Others whisper she was fed up with him trying to reclaim his empire without her. Either way, it left fans questioning who was really betraying who and whether Meech's downfall was coming from the inside all along. Most beefs die down fast, but with Big Meech, every move sparks a chain reaction. Some call it straight betrayal. 50 gave Lil Meech the keys, only to watch him cozy up with Rick Ross. Others say it's about raw dominance. 50 doesn't just play to win, he plays to crush anyone bold enough to cross him. Letting Meech slide would look weak, and weakness is something 50 refuses to ever show. Now imagine if this tension jumps from Instagram into a boxing ring. It wouldn't just be celebrity entertainment. It would be a brutal showdown. One man fighting to protect a legacy, the other tearing it down for attention and laughs. With the way things are escalating, it's starting to feel less like gossip and more like the next inevitable explosion. So I want to hear from you. Do you think Meech betrayed the man who gave him everything? Or is 50 just going too far to prove a point? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, share this story with your crew, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next wild twist. See you on the next one.